Can you guys hear me? You should be able to hear me now. I made an adjustment. The mic was off. We're gonna get started. Give me 2 more minutes, all right, guys? I'm assuming you can hear me. I see the my little mic uh, scanner thing is showing that the mic is working. So anyhow, any questions you guys have? Anything you guys want to talk about? Okay, very good. So just give me a little bit, 2 more minutes, all right, guys? Give me a second here. All right, 2 more minutes, guys.
It's about peace and love. It's about peace
All right, guys, we could get started. Thank you guys for joining. Let's see. Let me make sure I catch everybody. Juice Tan, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining. Tanner Levasseur, Alessandre Silva, Circle Club Entertainment, Austin Nance. For now, I guess it's just gonna be us. All right. Um, let's see. Alessandre Silva does not have the broadcast. That's right. You're in Brazil. Yeah, that sucks, man. But you're not missing anything. It's a rain delay right now. I don't even think they're gonna get the race in today. Um, it takes forever to dry this fucking track, even with all the air tightens and all that shit. This rain it rains every year, so I'm not surprised at all. Let's see. Yeah, I know you guys didn't hear me earlier. I forgot to check I haven't been on the OBS at my job in a while. I don't remember when the last live stream I've done from work. So usually when I log back on, there's always something I got to readjust. It doesn't, I don't know. For whatever reason, it doesn't hold all the settings. I got to go through all that shit again. But I got it working. You guys can hear me now. Hopefully, not too loud, not too low. But yeah, so let's see. Another year, another rain delay. Landon, welcome. No surprise. And NASCAR wonders why they can't keep casual fans' attention. Start race earlier. Afternoon showers don't cause this. Yeah, they did start the race earlier today, but man, it just seems like the rain always happens on Sunday. I mean, I don't have the best memory, but it's like they always get the truck and the Xfinity races in, and then Sunday shows up, and then it's the fucking weather. Um, I don't know, man. Like, I've always been a proponent of moving the races earlier in the week. Like, have the cup races on Saturday afternoon or Saturday night. And then if there's weather, you could still run it on Sunday. I don't think that's ever going to change, but, I'd rather watch NASCAR on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday night than on a Sunday. I know a lot of you are going to disagree with that, but I don't know, man. Um, it just feels like, I mean, you can't predict the weather, but it does feel like every year the rain, that's when it really hits on Sunday. So I don't know. Let's see. Juice Tan says we didn't get any NASCAR 25 news, unfortunately. Yes. Thanks for bringing that up, by the way. I did say last year that I thought they would reveal something information wise between the start of the year and the Daytona 500. So technically, I was right. They did reveal that they were going to have all four series, including ARCA. That's I would consider that pretty big news, like in terms of NASCAR games. So I think it qualifies, but I did expect more. Like I thought once the Super Bowl was over, you had all week leading up to the Daytona 500. To me, that was a good time to reveal something. I did not expect a trailer. In fact, I don't expect the trailer until maybe late spring, early summer. It is still way too early for a game trailer. It's still early in development. I'd rather see a trailer when the game is much more polished or down, further along in development. And it is early. Like the game is not coming out till the fall. I think late spring, early summer would be the best time to reveal a trailer. But as far as game information, yeah, I thought they would strike again. I thought they would reveal something. Once the Super Bowl was over, you got this whole week and we didn't get anything. So that's not really a big problem, but I just thought like you would want to as a developer or a publisher, you would want to take advantage of, like, that week leading up to the Daytona 500. That's when everybody's interest is at peak level, right? Um, I don't know, but if it is pretty early, so I don't know, but I wouldn't expect a game trailer until late spring at the earliest. If we get it sooner, that'll be a surprise to me, right? So only they know when they're ready for that. But I do think that with a fall release window, yeah, you could release the game trailer. I would around late spring, early summer, sometime in May, or even early June. But that's just me. So yeah, I was hoping we would get something. Let's see. Watch the race days later on YouTube. Yeah, that sucks, man. If you can't catch the NASCAR races live, there has to be there has to be some kind of live stream option, I would think. I don't know. Like, doesn't NASCAR.com? No, they don't broadcast on live stream. I know on YouTube I've seen people live stream, but that it's really poor quality, so Austin says 1000% Landon. Yeah, English by country display the record audience last year NASCAR's without a broadcaster in Brazil. Yeah, that really sucks. Juestan says it does rain a lot in Florida. Yeah, there's no way around it. Like, even if you start the races earlier, the chance that you're still going to hit a rain delay is still high. But if you start the race earlier, then at least you knock off some of the race. And these races, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not going to keep doing this, but it is a boring conga line. Like really, the only thing that really matters in the race is if anyone gets caught up in a wreck, and I would say the last 10 laps. Outside of that, are you really missing anything? It's just clicking off laps. So, yeah, start the earlier you start the race, even if there is a delay, you could at least knock off some of the race, and then if you restart it, it's less laps. But even here, it's like they did 12 laps, and that's it. So yeah, that sucks. Addicted to Speed, welcome. Good to see you. Austin says, hopefully Suarez can put pen to paper somewhere. Love his attitude. Yeah, man, this is it's gonna be a rough year for me unless he can really break through and do something. Like, he's got to step up, and Trackhouse hopefully steps up their game because even last year their performance was, well, it was off. It wasn't what it was previously. So I hope he's able to do enough where he can stay with Trackhouse. I don't see him being picked up. Like, if he doesn't make it with them, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, he's really got to show everybody like he can do this. I believe in him. I know he's got the talent, but talent is only part of it. I've seen a lot of really talented drivers that never really were able to find a lot of success because they just didn't have the right team or equipment. You look at Jamie McMurray, that was my guy, and I had to watch him struggle because he was never in the right situation at the right time. When he went to Roush, that team was already going downhill. They were expanding at a time when they were already falling back on performance. Expanding to 5 cars, that just accelerated everything. He ended up getting like a fifth car that it just felt like an experimental car on the track. Um, and when he was at Ganassi, yeah, Ganassi is a lot like Trackhouse. They do show up from time to time with performance, but then it's not consistent. So yeah. Anyhow, That was the only example I could think of, but yeah. So I hope he does better. Walk Talk 21, welcome. Haven't seen you here before. Welcome to the live stream. NASCAR, let's move the race up an hour. Also NASCAR. Yeah. Well, you see what we meant to say was we will move the pre-race up an hour. Yeah, you know that it's just they waste so much time with the pre-race and all that garbage. It's like if you know that there is a chance for rain, you you gotta what you don't need all this pre-race garbage. Like just start the fucking race as soon as you can and get things moving. Yeah, it's Fox is a joke. Fox is a fucking joke. Alessandre says, does France family not learn because every year does rain? Yeah, it's like it's not the France family, it's all of these people. The broadcasters, they have a lot to say. So I know NASCAR can't just do whatever they want. They have agreements with these, with in this case Fox. So even if NASCAR wanted to do like let's say start the race at noon or 12:30, Fox is going to push back. They're going to be like, "Well, that's we're not going to get maximum dollars from our advertisers for that time slot," and they're going to say no. So it's there's a lot more people involved. It's just it's fucked up. It's fucked up. But a noon start time for me is the way to go. Um, and these pre-race shows don't need to be as long as they are. They really don't. It's a lot of fluff and meaningless garbage. See, Walk Talk says start races at noon. Sorry to West Coast fans, but DVR the races. Yeah, I mean, it sucks if you live in the West Coast, but the race is in Florida. So, if you really want to watch the race, you'll get up earlier. You'll watch the race at 9 a.m. You'll put a pot of coffee on and you'll have your breakfast and you'll start watching the race. By the way, like I said before, it's the Daytona 500. It's pack racing. Just fucking turn it on halfway into the race. Like I know you guys are going to disagree with that. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, I don't feel like I ever miss anything outside of the wrecks and people that get taken out. Like, the racing is so meaningless until the last couple of laps. Um, it is what it is. Let's see. Landon says truck and Xfinity run later at night, though. That's why. Running in Florida at 2 p.m. is stupid. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's Florida. They get rain all the time. But like I said before, it just feels to me like every year it's the Cup Series that gets hit. Like the truck and the Xfinity, usually they get the race in, and it's just like I don't know, man. Austin, yeah, no NASCAR 25 news, sadly. Yeah, I mean, I am a little bit surprised they didn't reveal something. Like I was expecting something along the lines of a developer diary. They've done two, and neither one has really talked about the game. It's been more fluff about, the people working on the game than the game. So we are overdue for a developer diary that talks about the game, or at least what they're hoping to achieve. And I was expecting something similar to that, but it is early. So there's no panic. It is early. Like maybe they don't have a lot to show, but they could still talk about it. Like I said, the developer diaries, like we used to get with the Heat games, it looks like they're trying to continue that tradition. But so far, the first two developer diaries is a big bowl of nothing. So yeah, Alessandre says at least race at night, like Xfinity and truck. Try to race 5 local Amazon range. in the Amazon rainforest region, Sao Paulo, 4 or 5 p.m. in the summer. Addicted to Speed. Thoughts on the CW broadcast yesterday? I like the broadcast. Anything's better than Fox. I really like McMurray. I love that. Hold on a second. Let me try to find this. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I'm just trying to find. Yeah, here we go. It just happened to be there. Okay, this is the old one, right? So this is what I would prefer. This is actually the best scrolling ticker, the old one, and it's always moving and you don't miss anything. This is what they had on. Hold on, man. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Okay, you guys can see that? All right. So I definitely like this a lot more than that stupid pylon that takes up like the left side of the screen on Fox. This is definitely better. My only thing that I would change on this is the last five cars here, right? So you got 1 through 25, and then a lot like the pylon that Fox and NBC uses, you only see like the top 20, and then you got to sit and stare at the pylon and wait for it to show you everyone behind 20th, and it goes by quick, and then it just stays in the top 20. I hate that, right? So, like I said, the old scrolling ticker is the best, but this is definitely an improvement. But I would take this, and then you see cars 21 through 25. I would have this stack here scrolling constantly. So scrolling slow, right? Nice and slow, so you don't miss anything, but it's moving. So you could see everyone from 21st place all the way to 40th. And then you don't have to like, oh my God, when is this thing gonna change? Then if you blink or you look somewhere else and you look back, it just passes. So I would have this scrolling, and I really like this. I like that they tried something different, and it's better than what Fox is doing. But this is the old Fox scrolling ticker, and this is the best. If it's not broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Bring this back. And even this scrolling thing, you could put it at the bottom of the screen if you want. It doesn't take a lot of room. Um, and you don't miss anything. So yeah, I thought the broadcast was good. Anything's better than Fox. I had no complaints about it. So I am looking forward to seeing more races on the CW. But they did a good job. Let's see. Not see the CW broadcast. I'm waiting for the race drop on YouTube. That sucks, man. You gotta wait for all that shit. Juice Stan says I didn't care for the CW timing ticker. Just have a constant moving ticker. I agree. That's what I want. I want that ticker you're looking at the bottom. It works. It's great. It doesn't take up a lot of room. Just go back to that. However, the CW ticker at the bottom it's better than what we have with Fox and NBC with that pylon on the left side of the screen. So it's sort of a step forward, but just go use the scrolling ticker like the old school one. Takes up less room. I believe NASCAR Fox had live stream on TikTok. Believe it or not. Oh, really? Yeah, you got to try to find a live stream. There have to be live streams somewhere. Let's see, Portugal has broadcast this year, not Brazil. Welder, what's up, man? Good to see you. Aaron Davidson, welcome. It's raining. You can't race when it's raining out there. Yeah, fucking rains every year, man. It's that's never gonna change. Alessandri says at the very least my IPTV is the Portugal channel that broadcasts NASCAR. Circle Club Entertainment, Pitbull leaving sucks. I don't know how I feel about Pitbull leaving Trackhouse. Like, in all honesty, as time has gone on, I never really got him. What does he really do there? It's nice that the pit bull name is attached to Trackhouse. There is something cool about that, but outside of that, what was he bringing to Trackhouse? Like, I don't know. I couldn't care less. He's gone. Um, I don't. It doesn't bother me that much. Like, it's. I don't think they're missing anything, to be honest. Houston, I'm having a tough month. My team lost the Super Bowl. Oh my God, yeah, that's right. My condolences. And Bowman is in the back at the moment. Uh, it don't matter where they're running. They could be in the back till with 10 laps to go and easily make their way to the front. It's like you can pass half the field in one lap. So it doesn't matter. He's probably better off in the back just to avoid wrecks. So that's not a big deal. Welder says, so typical that bad weather comes on race. Yeah, it happens every year. I don't remember the last time we had a NASCAR, I mean, a Daytona 500 that wasn't affected by rain. Somebody's going to prove me wrong real fast and I'm going to look stupid. But I do have a bad memory, but all my memories are rain every year. Walk Talk says IndyCar, let's start the Indy 500 at 6, get the race in before sundown. So what if that is late? What time do they? Oh, you mean 6 o'clock a.m.? You got to let me know. Oh no, 6 p.m. So what if that's late? Okay, 6 p.m. Alessandri says I live in Brazil. Mostly can watch Fox Live on TikTok without VPN. And you got a raw deal, man. Welder says, you do any ARCA races at Kansas this week? Yes, I did. I finished. I did a race yesterday or the day before. I finished third or second. No, I finished third. So I got it. I finished third. I did pretty good in it. Um, I didn't. I didn't do much else. I did a truck race at Daytona, and I got wrecked halfway through the race. So I got caught up in a wreck. And that's it. I don't want to fucking turn laps at Daytona. I didn't feel like it. And I just jumped on at the last minute, did an ARCA race, and yeah, I finished third. So that was a good race. Aaron Davidson says, I was a Mark Martin fan. Jack Russell always had good equipment. Jack Russell. Oh, you mean Jack Roush. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, Roush Racing was good, but when McMurray came and they expanded to 5 cars, they were starting to go down. The only car that was still really consistently performing was Matt Kenseth. Um, they were not the same. They weren't the same Roush race organization that when Kurt Busch won with and Kenseth won his championship with. They were on the way down. When McMurray came over, I think the timing was off. So yeah, they were headed on the way down. And I remember it vividly because I was a big Jamie McMurray fan. He was my guy. And I remember all the struggles and it sucked. I think he just when he went there they were on the decline. See, in Brazil, a pre-race is 30 minutes at maximum. I don't think any pre-race shows should be more than 30 minutes. It's overkill. Walk Talk says, remember back in the day they used to run the Pepsi 400 at 10 a.m. on July 4th, whatever day it was. Did you hear people whine about that? Nope. Did they run at 10 a.m.? You guys gotta let me know if that was a thing. I don't remember that. The Pepsi 400 has always been at night as far as I can remember. So I might be wrong. So correct me, but I don't remember the Pepsi 400 at 10 a.m. I don't remember that. Juice 10. I watch Formula One sometimes. I have to stay up to 3 a.m. or wake up early. So I think some NASCAR fans should do the same. Yeah, I mean, if you're a big F1 fan and you want to catch the races, you're gonna have to figure it out. And if you're that much of a fan or you really want to watch, you're gonna have to stay up. That's Formula One in America, at least. That's the ban. If I, uh, Alessandri says, and that's bad if a race is aired by Sport TV or Global. The broadcast starts right before the warm up lap. That's not a terrible thing. A lot of times I just find myself like, could we get this fucking race started already? Let's see. Relation with Asian races. Walk Talk says, watch NASCAR 25 be like NASCAR 21. I honestly, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't want to put myself out on a limb. I don't think I don't know if we're ever going to see something as bad as NASCAR 21 in our lifetime. Like I shouldn't have said that, but nah, this is not. It's not going to be NASCAR 21. Outside of that, I'm not making any predictions yet, but no, it's not going to be like 21. I'm fairly confident in that. I am. I have no faith in the game. I get it. I get it. I don't blame you, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be NASCAR 21. Austin says anything's better than Fox. That's right. As I'm watching right now, they're airing last year's fucking Daytona 500 or whatever. Every year we're watching replays of old fucking races because it's a fucking rain delay. Alessandri says racing already has the NASCAR models physics. It's not like they are from point zero. Yeah, I listen. I feel like they're not going to screw this up. Not to that level. Um, nah, it's just no. That's we're talking about a disaster of epic proportions, man. They're not doing that. They're going to make sure it's nowhere near that. I really don't think so. I know the CW because of their DC shows. It usually starts good, but they lost along the way. Oh yeah, yeah. They do those fucking DC Comics stuff. I don't really watch it, but credit for the CW for at least trying. Yeah, I look, man. Um, they definitely did better than Fox. So that's a good start. And you got McMurray in the booth, which is great. Um, you know, I got no complaints, man. That truck race was brutal though. Listening to fucking what's her name? Oh my god. She's horrible, man. Whoever decided to put her in the booth, and she's been in the booth for a while now. Like they know she's terrible and they don't seem to have a plan B. They just put her back in the pits, man. She's terrible. Oh my god. And I like her. She's a nice person. That she has no business in the booth. It's awful. Let me hold on a second. Let me see if I find this. I just want to see if where's the fucking wreck? Hold on a second. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to find the finish.
his stride.
66.
Listen, listen.
He's got his teammates behind him. Ben
Oh,
Rhodes
look at
goes
him.
up, gets into the trucks on the outside. Ben Rhodes goes around. Sauter goes around. Parker Kligerman out front. Corey Heim behind him. They're wrecking behind him. Lane Riggs goes around. More trucks wreck. Caution light is out.
I got him wrecking off.
She sounds so terrible, man. I really don't want to attack her, but oh my God, that's brutal to listen to. And then there were other parts of the race where nobody's talking. It's just like everybody in the booth is quiet. They don't know what to say. It's so cringe, man. Oh my God, she's terrible, man. They got to get her out of the booth. Let's see. Walk Talk says Fox has no need to try. They don't care about NASCAR. When they went to the cartoon characters, the goal for is when they went downhill. Yeah, I fucking hated. Fox has been bad for such a long time. They suck. I lost hope with them. The old ticker was great. ESPN ticker from 2000s reminds me from childhood finding out oval racing thanks to IndyCar. Yeah, man, that scrolling ticker, nothing beats that. Juice 10 says, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't iRacing show a screenshot of NASCAR 25? I know it's early development, but it looks sim- similar to NASCAR 21 Ignition. I don't know what you're talking about. There was a screenshot or a rendering. Yeah, there was kind of a where they're in the garage. Um, I did talk about that at one point, but that was yeah that was back in October, I think. I think it was during one of their the second developer diary. See, Super Bowl. Oh, not believe I was watching like Chiefs. Come on. Yeah, the Chiefs got their asses kicked. It was brutal. The only positive about them losing so bad is not having Taylor Swift on the fucking TV screen every 5 minutes. They only showed her like I think once or twice. So yeah, they didn't want to show her with a sourpuss on her face. Walk Texas Disco running NASCAR. All right, everyone, we go racing exactly at 9 a.m. Not 9:01, not 8:59. 9. Yeah, just fucking start the race sooner and just these stupid extended pre race shows are too long. Juice 10 wasn't just our night. Definitely gonna forget that. Yeah, they just. I'm not a fan of these Super Bowls where they have 2 weeks off or they have that off week. I think that can hurt teams. It really throws off your timing sometimes. I'm not saying that's why they lost, but I remember years ago, like we used to get a lot of blowouts. They really should just run the Super Bowl the next week. This just don't fucking do this off week shit. I hate that. I've never been a fan of that. Alessandria's situation of NASCAR being out of Brazilian TV is the first time that happened since 2005. Wow. Walk Talk says everyone was a Mark Martin fan back in the day. Even me, a diehard Chevy guy, always cheered for Mark. Yeah, man, he was awesome. I remember that Pfizer 6 car. Um, yeah, that was an iconic car, and who doesn't like Mark Martin? The guy was a good, clean racer. Everyone respected him. So yeah, and that was an iconic car. That Pfizer paint scheme. I remember that. All right, hold on. Alessandri said I was start watching. I saw Mark Martin as an old man. Still has a lot to give. Raul Velasquez, welcome to the live stream. McMurray, awesome win. Pepsi 400. Yep, I remember watching that vividly. And he beat Kyle Busch to the line. I have a picture frame in my office at home, and it has a chunk of McMurray's tire in the frame. It has a photo. I've shown it before on one of my videos, but um, yeah, I actually have a plaque. Uh, uh, a friend of mine got that for me for my birthday, and it has a chunk, a square block cut out of the tire, and it's in the frame. It's an actual chunk of the tire from the race winning car, and I have it. Yeah, that was great. Jonathan Johnson, welcome. I like this. I like CW, the leaderboard. Yeah, it's listen, man. It's better than what Fox and NBC's doing with that pylon on the left. Uh, I don't know. They're not moving away from that. I wish they would. It wouldn't be so bad if it was moving, like scrolling constantly. You could keep the top 10 freeze, and then the bottom 10 have that scrolling. Like, if they did that, I could live with it. Walk Talk says, up until 98, they used to run the Pepsi 400 Daytona in the morning. They had something called breakfast at Daytona for a pre-race that started, I think, at 9. Wow, I didn't know that. But they raced at 10 or 11, so drivers could go to the beach, whatever, after the race was done. That's cool. That was a long time ago, man. Even the old one at the bottom looks good. Yeah, yeah. The original scrolling ticker. If you shoved it into the bottom, it would work. Watch old Pepsi 400 races pre 98, and you'll see it was morning time when they ran it, and that was pre lights. Ah, that's right. They didn't have lights back then. So that's probably why they did it. Maybe back then they were trying to avoid rain delays and stuff. They should consider that, man. And look, man, it's the Daytona 500. Are you going to lose viewers because they run it much earlier? I don't think so. They're going to tune in, right? Jamie Little. I'm sorry, I should have remembered her. She's a nice person. She doesn't belong in the booth. She's horrible. John says, I doubt NASCAR 25 will be anywhere near like NASCAR 21, especially because the developed. Yeah, I'm not. That's not going to be 20 NASCAR 21. It's not. If I was a gambling man, I'd bet everything I have that it's not going to be that bad. It might not be. I mean, I'm not going to go out on a limb and tell you it's going to be great, but it's not going to be anywhere as bad as NASCAR 21 ignition. No fucking way, man. Let's see. Let's see. Practice. Jamie Little, yeah. Yeah, Austin says nothing against Jamie Little, but she's got to go. That's right. Addicted to Speed, what did you think of Parker Kligerman? Thanks for bringing that up. By the way, welcome What If Racing. Good to see you. Long time no see. Hype for some train racing. Woo. And it'll end under yellow like the last 2 years. Yep, it's going to be a controversial big wreck at the end. It's going to be a shit show like always. I mean, it is what it is. We know what to expect. But back to what Addicted for Speed asked Parker Kligerman. Um, Adam Alexander, I don't have a problem with him. I know a lot of people don't like him, but to me, I think he knows how to stay in his lane. Like his job is to just be, the filler. Like he's not there to fucking do all the extra stuff of the analysts or anything like that. He's the straight guy. He's the straight man. He's just gonna give you what's the most pertinent information, and then he's got let the other guys do what they call color analysts, stuff like that. They're gonna be the personality. They're the ones that are gonna give you all of that extra information. So I think I know a lot of people don't like him. I have no problem with him, especially with depends who you surround him with. But I like Adam Alexander. I don't have a problem with him. I'm not a huge fan, but he does his job. He's a pro. He's a professional. Let's see. Oh, and yeah, Parker Kligerman. Oh my God, let me calm down for this one. You know how I'm always telling people that NASCAR fans they get their fanboy caps on too tight. This is a perfect example. So he gets the win taken away, he gets penalized, and everyone's losing their shit. You just look all over social media. Everybody's like, oh, I don't, they should have let him keep his win. This sucks. That what's NASCAR doing? I thought we all agreed that we want NASCAR to follow the rules no matter who's involved, to show transparency and accountability, and make the call as soon as possible. We used to have these calls made like in the middle of the week, and they wouldn't lose their win. They would get to keep the fucking win. So where's the incentive to stop the bullshit? So, hey, I like Parker Kligerman as much as anyone. He's a nice guy, very likable guy. It was a good story for while it lasted. But I don't care who's involved. If it was Daniel Suarez or Bubba Wallace, guys that I like and root for, I promise you I would be on NASCAR's side and I would tell you they did the right thing. If you break the rules, you pay the price. But that's what most of these NASCAR fans don't get. It's they want everything. So on one hand, they want NASCAR to be professional and be transparent and show accountability, right? But at the same time, not if it's my driver, not if it's somebody I actually like. Then I want you to look the other way. I've literally seen people post that shit on Twitter, like, "Oh, they should have let him kept the win. What's NASCAR thinking?" So these people are crazy. They have their fanboy hats on way too tight. NASCAR deserves credit for doing what they did. And I even saw, I forgot the name of this guy, an actual driver. I don't know if he still races. He posted on Twitter um like that NASCAR made a bad decision, that he remembers having to kind of wreck the car after a race so that because he knew the car wouldn't pass inspection. And he made it sound like, and I seen a lot of people make this excuse, like the car could lose ride height or whatever, right? The car could change in the course of a race. And on paper, that sounds like it makes a lot of sense. I agree with you. But then you have to ask yourself, why doesn't this happen to everyone? If this is the case, then every car should be lower than it started with. So it's a bullshit excuse, and people are just making up excuses. And they don't like the fact that the guy that did win the race is somebody they don't like. So it's all based on their personal feelings. It's not based on just, wanting NASCAR to treat the sport as a legitimate professional sports product. They want to play these fucking games again. So you can't win with these fucking fans. It's an embarrassment, right? So it's important from time to time when NASCAR does something right that as a fan, you let them know, hey, NASCAR did something good. Kudos. Applaud them and tell them this is what we want from you. Instead, you get a whole group of people screaming and crying about the result. And everybody was on board when NASCAR came out and they said, we're going to make sure that we announce this as soon as possible, preferably as close to the finish of the race as possible. And the person that gets busted for not passing inspection for whatever reason is not going to keep the win anymore. We all applauded back then. Now all of a sudden people are pissed because it's Parker Kligerman. It's embarrassing. Some of the shit that I see from not just NASCAR fans, sports fans in general, that's the way fans are. I'm not like that. And I promise you, If Daniel Suarez wins the race, hold on a second, guys. Are we back? I see the caution. I think we may be going back to racing soon. Yeah, it shows lap 15 under caution. Let me know, guys, if we're going back racing. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Fuck these stupid fans. NASCAR did the right thing. And you should tell NASCAR when they do something right. It's important that they know, because if the only thing you do is shit all over them for everything, and when they do something right, you don't even have the decency or the courtesy to tell them, hey, give me more of that. That's a good decision. That you actually did something that we approve of. If you're not willing to do that, then guess what? NASCAR is just going to tune you out completely. They're going to say, nothing we do is ever going to please these people. Fuck them. Don't even listen to them. So those are my thoughts on that. It's fucking ridiculous. So hold on a second. Let's see. Let me look down. Yeah, I think we're going back racing, guys. I didn't think we would. It's almost 6 o'clock already. Let's see. NASCAR 25 would be like a sign beast. All right. Look, guys, the races, it's under caution. They're lining up. So I think we're going back racing, guys. Let's see. Mark Martin was my favorite driver, especially Valvoline. Yeah, that's another one. I remember you showing us the plaque. Very nice. Yeah, thanks, Austin. Race is back on. Cars are back on the track. Walk talk. I always love how Disco bashes on everything, but if he was broadcasting, he would say he is the best thing ever, and all of us are just haters. You're just mad because I broadcast and you do not. Wow. Okay, if that's how you feel. I think I've been pretty fair and consistent. Okay, I don't know what to say. If that's your opinion, man, I appreciate your opinion. Let's see. Restricted play racing is not racing, correct? Race is back on. Right, so here we go. We're still under caution. Yes, choose stance. Okay, look, guys. I appreciate you guys joining the live stream. Thanks everybody. Thank you, Walk Talk, for joining. Uh, even if you think I'm full of shit, I appreciate it. And I hope everybody enjoy the race for what it is. And yeah, get ready because I'm pretty sure the race will end in a shit show of some kind. Controversy, the same shit that we always see. So, yep, everybody pitted. They're leaving the pits. We're gonna go green very soon. So, guys, thanks for watching. It's been good to see you guys. It's been a long time. I will be talking about NASCAR 25 as soon as we get any information. Yeah, so everybody, thanks for joining. You guys have a good one. So let's hope this race doesn't get delayed anymore. It's 6 o'clock. It's still early, so maybe they'll get it through. Anyway,